Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla and today I'm going to be doing my June reset video. So I had started filming these videos. I think I did my first one for March and then I did April and then I skipped May. I didn't give y'all an update on April only because I literally, once again, I don't know, 2022 has been weird. I just did not do any of the things on my list in my goals. Obviously, I'm doing things every day that get me closer to my goals, but some of the things that I was writing down I've realized are just unnecessary or just are not going to fit into my life right now. So for example, walking 10,000 steps a day is just not feasible. And yeah, it is. Like I could absolutely go do that every single day, but just the way my schedule works and all of that, like usually I'm getting 7,000 steps a day and that's just what it has to be right now, you know? So I'm starting to narrow things down and get more realistic about what I can actually do. It may not seem like that when I go through this June reset, like all my goals and stuff, but I still want to do this. I really like these videos. I enjoy watching them and I have more of a plan this month, so I'm looking forward to actually checking things off for June. I did want to give some brief life updates just because I feel like I haven't been vlogging as much lately, and the more recent vlogs that I posted were like traveling and stuff, and I haven't done like week in my life just because I feel like my days are pretty boring since I literally sit here all day. But I do want to give some updates. So the first thing is that in regards to my health, I am doing pretty well. If you don't know, I do have Crohn's disease. I was recently diagnosed with this back in October 2021. I had a whole lot of issues throughout 2021, a couple of surgeries, and I will say I'm healing pretty well from my surgeries. I did get some IV therapy back in April, which I actually vlogged, and I feel like that really helped me. Obviously, I'm on medication as well, and that's helping me, but ever since then, and also going to the beach, my wound seems to be doing a lot better, which I'm very grateful for. However, I did go to the doctor recently, my GI. He checked my blood levels, and I have good news and bad news. So my blood levels are doing pretty well. Like my inflammation is down. The level of Humira in my body is perfect. However, he also checked my blood for antibodies to Humira, and I am like way off the charts. So that means my immune system is trying to defend itself. It's trying to block Humira from working in my body, which explains why I do still have some symptoms of Crohn's, mostly having to do with GI issues, which I won't get into detail about, but also joint pain. So I've been okay though, and I'm very grateful for where I am now compared to a year ago. So that's where I'm at with that. As of right now, we're going to continue my treatment using Humira, and if anything changes, like if I go in, you know, if I start bleeding or if there's a lot of pain or I'm using the restroom like 10 times a day again, then I would have to switch my medication, but we wouldn't have to go through any extra steps. So basically, we know what the issue is. My body is trying to not let Humira work, so we would know to just go to another medication, which is good news. So anyways, second update, you may have seen this in my recent vlogs, but I am currently fostering a dog, and I really wanted this to just be temporary. I explained it in a recent vlog that I wanted to help out. It's very crowded at the shelters, especially here in Atlanta, and yeah, something just told me to do it, and it's been a lot. It's been a little bit overwhelming. I've had really bad anxiety just recently. I think it's something to do with my birth control, to be honest, and it's like very abnormal for me. I'm not typically somebody who feels anxiety how I've been feeling it, and getting a foster dog in an apartment and just the situation of everything has kind of added on to that. And I love her. She's a really great dog, especially like in the house and stuff, but it's added some anxiety because of having to do meet and greets, or just if I take her for a walk or something, she's not amazing when we pass other people or pass other dogs. And so I've kind of started avoiding going on walks with her, like long walks, as I was doing for a couple of weeks. And then, yeah, it's just added a little bit of anxiety, but I do hope she gets adopted soon. If you live in the Atlanta area and you're interested, I will put her adopt link down below. But yeah, so as of right now, that's gonna probably just be temporary, and I really hope she gets adopted soon, though. Okay, let's go ahead and get into my goals and such. I broke these down into categories, nothing new here. So I'm going to start with money and side hustles. It's always the first thing I start with for everything because that's my favorite goals to go after. So I talk a lot more about money on my finance channel. That's always linked down below, but I do, I'll share the goals here. So I want to reach $18,000 saved for my student loans. That would be the halfway point of, of the debt that I have left. And I've been saving for my student loans, not paying them down. Well, they've been in forbearance and at 0% interest because I make more money by saving for them instead of paying them down. So yeah, I would like to get to 18K in June, so I need to save like $1,000. That's a bit of a stretch, honestly, but that's what I'm aiming for, and then I'll be at the halfway point. I want to make at least $2,000 from my online and extra income, so I've just been combining that goal. So I want to make between the two, from like YouTube, from Mediavine, from sponsorships, all that stuff, plus credit card, any cashback type of thing, or apps that I use between those two, $2,000. I would like to put $600 to my Roth IRA this month. The market is down, and this is another one I'm not so sure about. It's probably going to be either or. Like, I don't think I'll be able to reach $18,000 saved for my student loans plus put $600 to my Roth IRA. And honestly, I'm thinking to prioritize my Roth IRA in this situation just because the market is down, and I would prefer to invest more right now because it will pay off more in the long run. We'll see though. That one, we're just gonna slowly try to achieve that one this month. Next, I would like to finish Debt Over It Project 1, which, Jesus, this is the one. I was supposed to finish this in 2021. I was supposed to finish this quarter 1. Now my goal is to finish this in quarter 2 and like launch it by July. We'll see. This is the goal. I didn't work on it at all. I haven't worked on it really at all this year. I think I did for like maybe an hour so far in the whole year. And it's really not that difficult. I just need to set some time aside, maybe go to a coffee shop or something and just write and create. I probably will film some videos for it, but yeah, I need to make a plan for it, which I'm probably going to do today, and then go after it. I've been setting this next goal for some time, so I want to write 3 blog posts for Debt Over It. I have a couple that are in queue, like I need to write them. I already filmed videos for them, so I already have the, speaking points. I should be able to do it. I just need to, again, make the time, carve the time out, go to a location where I can sit in peace and focus on writing. Same thing with this. I want to write 1 blog post for livinglikelayla.com because I've neglected that blog for like a year and a half now, and I would like to start writing a little bit, not only because I kind of miss blogging, but also because it helps my income. So if I can write more for that, promote it, I should be able to get more traffic and then more income. Final thing is to post stuff for sale. I have a list of things in my head and on paper that I want to sell, and I just need to do them. I was lazy in May. I didn't get around to it. Also, May just ended up being a little bit more busy, and this was one of my big goals for May, so I could make some extra income, but I didn't get around to it, so I would like to do that. I'm gonna do that this weekend. Like, I'm doing it. I need to just get the stuff out and do it. Same with the writing. All of this stuff is like, it's so annoying because these things have constantly been on my list and I just haven't been doing them because other things are taking priority and I've just been busier with work. But at the end of the day, it's just becoming excuses. And if I post stuff for sale, the more money and opportunity I have to like pay down my debt and stuff. So that's really important. Okay, so for the personal category, the first thing I put is daily gratitude. And yeah, so that's an easy one. I started this morning. Today I'm filming this on June 1st, and I did start just writing down a few things that I'm grateful for in my planner, and that's all I need to do. Primarily because I've been in a more negative mindset because of my anxiety, for whatever reason I'm having that, and I just have been feeling some type of way about everything in my life, and I don't like that. Like, it's just not necessary, and things in my life aren't perfect, but things in my life are pretty great, and I really can't complain about it, but I've been feeling this negativity that I don't want to feel, and I know that gratitude's always the answer. It's always been such a great thing in my life, and I want to get back into doing that on a daily basis. I have made a habit tracker here, which actually let me fill this one in. I'll fill this one in. So gratitude for today I did, and I did this next one, which I'll talk about. Okay, printed these off a while ago, so this time I'm gonna tape this in my bathroom so that every evening I start checking these off with just a highlighter. I don't have to color it in, and you're good to go. Okay, next thing is to finish 3 books, which I've been doing great on reading. I think so far this year I've read like 12 or 13 books, and yeah, 13 I think as of last night. In May I read Love in Other Words, The Silent Patient, and Girls Like Us, which I'm actually gonna start doing book reviews, so I'm gonna do a book review for May of those 3 books that I read. And then this month I want to read 3 books, and I've picked those out. I'm pretty excited because I get to start reading one tonight. So the first one, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Many people in my recent book haul video commented that they were reading this or they've read it and they really enjoyed it. So I'm going to start with this one for June. Let's start that tonight. Super exciting. And then I like to switch between like a romance and then thriller. And for some reason I thought Colleen Hoover was all romance, but apparently Verity is somewhat of a thriller. So I'll read this one after The 7 Husbands. And then number 3, back to romance, It Ends With Us from Colleen Hoover. This, isn't there going to be a show or a movie? Yeah, a movie I think is coming out. So I want to read this before that comes out so I can watch it, which will be pretty cool. I've heard great things about all of these books. So June is a pretty exciting reading month, and then I'll do a review for those books after in July. Final thing for personal is a daily tidy of my apartment, because especially since I've gotten a foster dog, things have just gone crazy. My apartment is not messy, it's just cluttered, which I don't like. And I don't like when I walk into my apartment and there's like stuff on the counter everywhere. So I want to get into I used to do this all the time. Every single evening I would tidy up for like 10 minutes. It's the easiest thing. I always go to bed with the dishes washed, but tidying is a different story. So I want to start getting into the habit of that. That's also on my little tracker here. Next, I made some goals for work. I want to retake the Platform App Builder exam. This is a Salesforce certification, and I already have like 1 certification. This is going to be my 2nd one. This may be July, I'm not sure yet, but I don't know. I either want to take it end of June or mid-July, something like that. So it's at least just something to work toward. And going along with that, I put to study at least 1 hour Monday through Friday. So that's really going to be like 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. of me studying, and I made this goal in April and I didn't, but I did take the exam. Did I take that in April? Yeah, I took the exam in April and failed it, which I expected to. It's okay, because I didn't really study like that, but this month I want to take it more seriously. And then the final thing for work is I want to post on LinkedIn 2 times. I do have a job, and it's a great job, and I'm going to stay in this career for this specific company for at least a year, but I do want to keep up with my LinkedIn and just make sure I am, staying on top of my Salesforce learning and just staying relevant in this highly saturated market. So yeah, I'm going to want to post on LinkedIn 2 times just to share like what I'm working on or just general stuff. Final category is health. First thing is I want to lift 5 times per week. This isn't really I basically do that. It hasn't been an issue. I've done that my whole life practically, aside from when I was sick. But I have noticed that sometimes I slack off and it'll only be 4 times in the week, or I just didn't, I don't know, I haven't been as structured as I used to be. But yeah, lift 5 times a week. That's also on my habit tracker. Drink 64 ounces of water daily, also on my habit tracker. I'm doing pretty good. Today I've been killing my water. I can link this water bottle down below, by the way. It is 64 ounces or half a gallon, and that's what I aim for on a daily basis. I do have tea and stuff throughout the day, so I guess that could count toward it, but really I would like to finish this every single day. That's always been on my list, and something that's just good for you in general, Final thing for health is Stairmaster 1 time per week, which is very doable. So maybe on the weekend, wake up early, go on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes, and yeah, just 1 time per week. I don't want to go crazy. I think one time I set like 3 times per week or something like that. And yeah, we just want to make it realistic. Now, as for content for this channel, I kind of wanted to share that. So I will be uploading a video on the books that I read in May, giving a review on that. I have come back to Instagram as of yesterday. I don't love it because when I'm on there, it just feels icky. I don't like it. But I'm on there so that, one, I can promote my foster dog, and also so I can post the Q&A and then get those questions to answer for a video this month. I have 2 review videos filmed, the Misfits protein bars. I just haven't gotten around to editing that. And then same with the Eno-Supps review, the protein. Get those up. I think this month I also want to talk about my experience with all my health issues, because I said I wanted to do that. I do want to do that, and I don't want to like forget how I felt before I make those videos. So that was over a year ago, and yeah, I want to make videos on the surgeries that I had. So that was like, it's pretty TMI, but the anal fissure, the abscess that I ended up getting, like the emergency surgery, and then finally a video on my Crohn's disease, because I know that when I was going through it, I felt very alone, and it was really helpful to find people on YouTube or just in Facebook groups and stuff that were talking about it, and it made me feel a little bit better and understood, or that people were with me. As much as I don't want other people to go through it, I understand that it's a thing, and there are people suffering right now with that awful problem and with Crohn's disease, and it sucks, but I would like to start talking about it more and just like have a platform where people can ask me questions, or just not feel so alone. So that should be it for the month of June. As I said, if you're interested in any of my finance stuff, I go into great detail on my finance channel, so you can check that out so you can see my budget and my goals in a little bit more detail. I'm gonna go tape this to my wall in my bathroom and keep my highlighter in my bathroom as well. And hopefully, no, we are going to work toward this. I'm going to work toward all of this stuff in June. Try my best, you know, that's all we got to do. Anything that I mentioned will be linked down below, the books, the water bottle. I'll also put this habit tracker in the description box. And please feel free to comment down below your June goals, or what you're expecting to do this month, your to-do list, whatever it is that you want to share for this month. Thank you all so much for watching. I will give you an update in July. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.